Alright, Maine legislator, Maine revised statute, Title 32, Chapter 139, Maine Fuel Board, Subchapter 1, General Provisions, 18101 Definitions. Alright, as using this chapter and list of the contents otherwise indicate the following terms under the head of the following meanings. Accessory equipment that means the equipment that material for the control of the non-integral oil, solid fuel, propane, natural gas burning until they are both connected to the oil, solid fuel, propane, or natural gas burning unit have the potential effect of the safety of the equipment. ASME container means a container that constructed in accordance with the code developed by the American Society of Mechanical Engineers or successor organization. Board means the Maine Fuel Board established in Title 5, Section 12,004A, subsection 49. Chimney means a factory built with a masonry metal chimney constructed to allow one or more vertical, nearly vertical passage conveying the fuel gases from a building to the outside of the atmosphere. Dispensing station means the licensed facility consisted of a fixed equipment with a propane natural gas store that dispense for the more portable containers. Equipment installation means the installation, alternation, repair oil or solid fuel propane within natural gas burn. Equipment that chimneys with a pellet fired center heating appliances, including accessories. Equipment that relating to the safety of the installation associated electrical equipment that must be wired and compliant with the rules of electrician examining board established in Title 5, Section 12,004A, subsection 13. Natural gas means a hydrocarbon fuel with a gaseous state with a composition predominantly of CH4. National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA. Propane means the hydrocarbon chemical composition predominantly with a C3H8 carbon 3H hydrogen 8 with remove the natural gas from crude oil. Self-servicing dispensing stations means a licensed facility with a propane and natural gas that dispense permanently mounted with the fuel containers of the vehicle. Solid fuel means a coal, wood, pellets, or other similar organic materials in combination of them. State fuel inspector means with a person employed with the Department of Professional Financial Regulations and Office of Professional Occupation Regulations and forth with the provisions of the Chapter 13. Wood pellets meaning with the means of the fuel produced, manufactured, compressed, sawdust, other wood product pressed with extruded with a piece with a uniform size, shape, and are designed to be fed to the bulk and the combustion chamber. The wood pellets do not include the ground wood chips. Alright, 18102, license required. A person who with a distributor to solid fuel burning equipment included pellet-fired central heating appliances, oil, propane, natural gas burning equipment facilities where propane natural gas is dispensed must be licensed under this chapter, except if provided in 18104. 18103, violations and penalties. Unlicensed practice. Person, firm, or corporation who makes an oil, solid fuel, propane, natural gas installation without being licensed provided in subchapter 3 who employs unlicensed persons that make installation subject to provisions of Title 10, Section 8003C. Strict liability except the otherwise specifically provided violation of the section is strictly liability crime is defined in Title 17A, Section 34, subsection 4A. 18104, exemption. The license provisions chapter do not apply to one electrician duly licensed under Chapter 17 insofar installation of electrical equipment, the performance of electrical work performed involved the installation of oil, solid fuel for the propane and natural gas burning is in concern. Engineers and operators, person holding the engineer license issued under Section 15.109 are working under general supervision of one license while performing the oil, solid fuel burning, repair, maintenance, propane, natural gas burning equipment is necessary for the scheme of the heating plant with a person employed with the workers performing in compliance with Section 18107 that were a person with employed in company with under jurisdiction of Public Utilities Commission. Equipment with a solid fuel burning fire stove, the room heater stove is designed exclusive for the heating of the cooking and not attached to the central heating system. Heating or cooling equipment operated means of solar energy. Highway transport drivers who drive with a tractor trailer with a commercial motor vehicle that has a tanker car with a capacity of 9,000 gallons or more delivers propane to the pellet plant with a defined with the National Fire Protection Association standard number 58 industrial customers. Individual user self-service propane and natural gas dispensation station. Individual user self-service propane or natural gas dispensation station. 6. Mechanics. Installation with the air handling equipment, sheet metal for the otherwise special equipment and services associated with the oil, solid fuel, propane, natural gas burning equipment made for the qualified mechanics of those trades who do not hold the master's oil and solid fuel burning technician license under Section 18132. Journeyman and oil, solid fuel burning technician license under Section 18133. apprentice oil and solid fuel burning technician section licenses under 18134, propane natural gas technical license section 18135. Such installation must conform with the standards rules of the boards made by the supervision of the master oil solid fuel burning technician, or propane and natural gas technician have responsibility for the installation. 7. Personal abode. A person making an oil, solid fuel, propane, and natural gas burning installation, single family residence occupied to be occupied with a person with a person's bona fide personal abode. Provided installation conforms with the standard of the rules of this board. Person who are working on an internal combustion and associated gas trains. Person who works on internal combustion and associated gas trains. Plumbers or plumber duly licensed under Chapter 49 insofar as work covered with the chapter is involved. And 10. Regular employee with an industrial facility. Regular employees with an industrial plant installation servicing oil, solid fuel, propane, natural gas burning equipment greater than 10 million BTUs per hour input. Alright, 18105, municipal license not required for the municipal permanence. Municipality notwithstanding with a provision municipal chapter that may not require oil and solid fuel burning technician, propane, and natural gas technician to be a municipal license. Municipality may not issue a person permit for the oil, solid fuel, propane, natural gas burning installation unless satisfied for the person applying for the permit comply with the requirements for the chapter. 18106, major equipment sales information. Upon request of the board, authorized agent of the wholesale, retail, or major oil, solid fuel, propane, and natural gas heating equipment should provide with the information board regarding the equipment and sales information regarding the equipment may include identify with the purchase of the date of the purchase, the make, of the model, the serial number, if applicable, any other information requested. 18107, the installation conforms to the standard of the board standards rule for the installation of oil, solid fuel, propane, natural gas burning equipment and chimneys may not be made within the state unless installation complies with all the standard of the rules adopted for the board. Standard rules may not prohibit A, the continued use of the existing connection with the solid fuel burning, applying for the chimney fluid with another brand, applying for the burning oil with the solid fuel, and connect with the chimney existing using prior to the February 2nd, 1998, as long as 1, sufficient available to each of the compliance chimney line with the structural intact, 3, for the carbon monoxide detectors installed with the building near a bedroom, or B, the connection of the solid fuel burning, applying for the chimney fluid with another appliance burning oil, solid fuel connected with the chimney existing within the use of the February on or after February 2nd, 1998, as long as 1, sufficient draft available to each of the appliances. 2, with the chimney is lined with the structural intact. 3, the common carbon monoxide detector is installed with the building near the bedroom. 4, solid fuel burning applying with the list with the underwriter laboratory with the independent naturally recognized testing laboratory approved by the board. And 5, the solid fuel burning appliance with installed with the conform to manufacturer installation specifications. 2, technical responsibility assertion, total conformance with the standard of the rules whenever the oil, solid fuel, propane, natural gas burning equipment, accessory equipment installation, or separately contracted with the master oil and solid fuel burning technician or the propane natural gas technician in charge of the installation responsibility asserting total conformance to the standards and the rules adopted by this board. 3, the proof of the license whenever the state, the fuel inspector, and is authorized in section 18110, finding the person installing with assisting with the oil, propane, natural gas, solid fuel burning appliance installation of the person shall require the state fuel inspector provide appliance evidence of being properly licensed where required in chapter if unable to provide evidence of the furnish state fuel inspector with a person and full name and address, if applicable, the full name and address for the master oil and solid fuel burning technician or the propane natural gas technician in charge. 18108, disclosure penalty for a person, firm, or the corporate company that installed the chimney or fireplace for the compensation may issue the prior installation taking place a disclosure statement that the customer of the chimney fireplace comply with the National Fire Protection Association number 211. A disclosure statement must be in the form and approved with the board contain with the information of the board consists if there is necessary a chimney with a fireplace and installer who fails to provide with the required disclosure statement that concerns with the prior to the installation of the chimney and fireplace with the commitment of the violation with which a fine not less than $500 may be judged. 18109, inspection above ground and underground propane, natural gas storage facility, rooftop installation, ASME containers. The board shall inspect for the issue of the permit above ground, underground propane, natural gas storage facility, rooftop installations, the ASME containers to a person who applies and submits a fee under section 18143. 18110, state fuel inspector. Inspection. State fuel inspector, upon written compliance, whenever the state fuel inspector for the purpose for the examination, may enter upon and inspect all building dispensing station permits premises with the state fuel inspector jurisdiction at all reasonable hours. The inspector may enter the building dispensation of the personal premises of the state fuel inspector jurisdiction only with the permission of the person having control over the building dispensing station over the premise of it after hearing upon order over the court. Whenever the state fuel inspector finds any installation, oil, solid fuel, propane, natural gas equipment, chimney in a building structure that does not comply with the requirements of the chapter, the inspector shall order the installation be removed and remedied for the order must be complied immediately by the owner of the occupant over the building dispensing station over the premise for the installer where the equipment is in violation. State fuel inspector finds the installation that falls under the inspector's jurisdiction of the building dispensing station of structure of the creative the danger with the other property over the public. The inspector may serve with a written order upon the owner of the occupant to, if any, vacate with a reasonable period of time to be stated in order. To the order correct the deficiency appeal with the person ordered by the state fuel inspector correct the deficiency to vacate with the building instructional may appeal with the order by filing a written notice of the appeal within a board within 30 days after the receipt of the order. Board shall schedule the appeal hearing as soon as practicable upon receipt of the timely notice of the appeal. The appeal hearing must be conducted by a de novo is and governed provision of Maine Administrative Procedure Act applicable to the Junctionatory hearings. The state fuel inspector who is issued an order to appeal with the burden of proof of the appealing hearing if the board holds the order and shall prescribe at the time and court for the compliance of the person receiving under subsection 1 may appeal for the board decision filing with the petition of the review superior court in accordance with the Title 5 Chapter 375 Subchapter 7 within 30 days after the receipt of the board written decision. Final order 3 decision superior court of an appeal that is filed with the order by the state fuel inspector and ordered by board of the final subject no further than appeal upon the failure of to file with a timely written appeal with the provided subsection 2. For injunction to enforce order, due to the failure any person to carry out the final order provided in subsection 3, the board may petition Supreme Court of the county in which the building of the dispensing station structure located with the injunction to enforce that order. If the court determines the hearing of such petition lawful, final order was issued, shall order compliance. Authority of state fuel inspector, the state fuel inspector that has the authority to settle the court county with the state with similar with the chair of the relating with the enforcement of the chapter the rules adopted within this chapter. There is powers limiting the issuing of the citation, serving summons for conducting an investigation, order for the corrective violation, issuance of orders for the vacate of the building structure in accordance with Chapter A. State fuel inspectors may review oil, solid fuel, propane, natural gas equipment, and chimney installation records. Any person licensed under this chapter, any person performing installation authorized by this chapter. 18.111, the failure to comply with the order of the state fuel inspector, the order of the occupant with the aim of the building installation, neglects, refuses without restriction, justification within on the days comply with an order of state fuel inspector, person commits a civil violation not less than 100 days of each neglect may be adjudged. Alright, Title 32, Professional Occupation, Maine Fuel Board, Subchapter 2.